It's a stone. Let's see. Hi, everybody. Okay, let's see. We both got to be in there. I think we need to bring it down a little bit. See, I don't have my tripod, so I have to like mess with it today. There we go. I think that's good, right?
It's pretty inventive. I've done live in here several times, and it took me a lot
I
longer.
saw you. What were you doing? I didn't get to see it. I saw you saying, I'm working on something.
I was working on, it would be a long explanation. On music.
Hi, everybody. We're doing a podcast. That's what we're doing here.
Shadows
What
on a
music?
wall. We're depending on Shadows on a Wall and The Nuclear Age. The books that...
And the effects of nuclear weapons. You guys are sitting on books. My phone is sitting on some books right now because I forgot my tripod, and that's how we're doing this live right now. And those are the books that you're sitting on, so that's interesting. The effects of nuclear weapons. It's bad.
They're bad. That's kind of bad. That's my thing.
It's a very short book.
It's not a lot of good. Yeah.
How are you?
Best day of my life, Mish.
Are you ready to do this thing?
I couldn't be more ready, and I couldn't be more excited to be here with all of you.
And because we're live and you can't see Matt, every once in a while you should just come up here and just like wave.
Hi, everyone.
Come join us up here, honey.
Matt.
So are we live? We on TV?
We're live on Facebook.
We're live on Facebook. Oh, let me say hi to the camera.
So say hi to the camera.
You have to come all the way
Peek your head
around.
over.
Oh, it's over here. It's over here.
Yeah.
Hey, Facebook. Matt Smile Man. I'm with my hug doctor. And we're about to give some love and some good vibrations on air. We're very excited.
Hello, Facebook.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I have to go back to my little spot over there.
Get back in your chair. I know. We're going to have to like set the studio in another way at some point, but this is what we are. Okay, so you tell me when you are ready, Sam. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you just fine.
Yay, yay.
Hey, you're going to be on Smileocracy live in a sec.
Cool.
I like how you have a
Hey,
yellow
Facebook
phone.
Live. It's Matt, Smile Man Goodman, and we are live in the studio right now, the Mishmash podcast, and it's going to be amazing. Let me introduce to you the host and the producer, Sam. Say hi, Sam.
Hi.
Producer Sam. We got the host,
Miss Hancock, hello.
Mish Hancock, right over there, and
That guy.
Yeah, that guy, the hug doctor.
Your partner in crime.
My partner in
That
crime.
dude.
Hello, Facebook.
Okay, you ready to do this? You ready to go live?
Yeah, totally.
Let's go live.
Okay.
Let's go there.
We're going.
Let's do our thing.
Yeah. It's on like Donkey Kong.
So so there's 3 sections, and that's the stopwatch up there. Right?
Okay.
But if we go over a little bit, no worries. We will allow that. Cool.
So, Matt, maybe show people up there so they can get a sense of what kind of, behind the scenes. So that is a stopwatch. And what does that mean? Like, so that's how long we have total.
For each segment.
For each segment. Okay, so we have 3 9-minute segments.
3 9-minute segments.
Okay.
Okay, got that?
Yeah.
And we have to
It goes by so fast.
jam-packed with hug and smiles.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the idea.
So if I just start going off and I'm like in a zone, feel free to interrupt me. Because I sometimes I'm so passionate about this that I can go into like a hugging, so please.
Okay.
I'll take it as a hug tap.
Pause.
Yeah, because I want,
Should I go like this? I'll give you a signal. Like go.
Yeah.
Time to
That's
wind
beautiful.
it down.
That's perfect.
That was better than my first, which I said I'd hit you, which would be bad.
Yeah. You know what, Mish? We're so connected.
It's the nuclear thing.
When you touch me like that, I think that oxytocin was actually released.
automatically
Literally.
goes out.
Yeah. I mean, the vibration around you, it's so powerful.
I wonder if I should talk about it in the podcast. We'll wait. Maybe it'll come up. I don't want to say really cool stuff in my head.
No, no one's watching this. Lois is watching this. Say hi to Lois.
Hi, Lois. I haven't met Lois
Say
yet.
Lois.
Hey.
I miss
Hi,
you. I
Lois.
love you. I'm sending you the biggest of hugs. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited that you're watching. Really, really, really. Mwah.
And dear, I miss you too. We'll talk later. We wish you could be on the show with us. And St. Louis is the best. She's giving out 40,000 smiles, and we'll talk more about it.
And counting.
And counting. Yeah.
Yeah.
More smiles to be
All right.
given. I'm wearing my
Shut up
smile.
now.
Okay. All right.
Ready for
When
it?
Sam does the thumbs up, I will start.
Okay, here we go.
Hi, this is Mish Hancock, and you are listening to Mishmash, a place where I get to talk to the weird, wacky, and wonderful people of this world, people I adore and want to know more about. Today, my guests are Dr. Stone Kay and Matt Goodman. And this is interesting. I love this. Okay, so Dr. Kay is the man behind the hugs. And Matt, you are the Chief Smile Officer. I love it. We're about hugs and smiles, so you cannot go wrong here.
No, you can't.
Right?
Today is a beautiful, beautiful, love-filled day.
So I gave you this really tiny little, here's what you are, but there's so much behind hugs and smiles, and that's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to start with you. I'm going to start with hugs, Dr. K. Tell me, which I call you Stone, so I might go back and forth between Dr. K and Stone. Cool?
Yeah, totally cool, Mish. So excited to be here.
I'm so glad you guys are here.
This is such a magical space. Like,
Isn't
around
it?
you, the vibrations just totally increase.
Can you see auras? Am I purple?
It's beautiful. Gorgeous.
Well, you do have a smile and a peace sign. For those of you watching on Facebook Live, yeah.
Right.
It's a
love,
purple
peace,
aura.
unity,
Yes.
equality. This is good.
Radiation of just pure positivity. Amazing.
Going on the waves right now. So you have a book. You have
I
a book coming out.
do.
I really want to
I
talk
do.
about this book because I think it's an amazing book. And one of my favorite parts about the whole idea of hugging is that it's available at any time, but that there's many layers to hugging that many of us do not know. Please tell.
Yeah, so the book is called Hugging Strangers. And, the writing of this book didn't occur in the typical way that most books do. Essentially, I had
Which, can I just say, is typical for you, to not be typical.
Right, I
So
think that's...
let's just get that out there right away.
Yeah, I mean, I had, I guess, what I would call a transformative experience, and that word doesn't even seem powerful enough. Essentially, I had hugged my second stranger, and after hugging this stranger, I heard this commanding voice in my head that said, "You will write a book called Hugging Strangers."
Now,
And it was jarring.
Can I ask you a question about that?
You can, yeah.
Did you just decide, I'm going to go hug that stranger over there? Or did you say, hey, stranger, can I give you a hug? I mean, tell me, what does that look like?
Right, so I write about it in detail in the book.
Okay.
And essentially, the shorter version is that I met this guy in Thermopolis, Wyoming. We'd met in passing at a hot springs. Our kids were playing together. I ran into him again the next day. We had a talk. We're both divorced. Mine was amicable. His was, heated and kind of ugly. And we were, really connecting and sharing with each other. And, after that really heartfelt discussion, I said to him, "Would you like a hug?" And we had a beautiful hug. I'll tell you more about, I'm all about the 21-second hug. This was probably 10 seconds or 15 seconds, and it was really special. It was really, really, magical and connecting. And so, I was like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I'm jogging away. And, I just run into him on the side of the river. He was fishing. He'd slept in his truck. He was looking at buying another house in Thermopolis. He's from Denver. I'm jogging away. And I hear this voice, and it freaked me out. It was very, very jarring. And all I could say in my head in response to it was, okay. And from that point on, I have seen everything through the lens of a hug.
Which I love that. I love that whole thought that a hug doesn't have to be the person that you want to hug. They do not have to be in your physical space, that you can see them through the lens of a hug, send that energy of a hug to people. I think that is, I just love the whole idea of it. But I love hugging. I hug everybody, right? Except for people that you can tell are please don't hug me. But there are those people. But
well, yeah, you're totally the space of a hug. So for everybody listening, it's not all about, physical hugs are magical. And I would encourage everyone to hug longer with people that want to have a hug that's in that consensual space. And, Mish, you are the space of a hug.
aw,
I mean, the
Aw.
way that you are with people, the way that you listen, the way that you smile, it's all the space of a hug.
Dang, I'm gonna
and
be like floaty, very floaty today now.
well, you are very floaty.
I like that. Thank you.
You know, I mean, ever since we were introduced, by Rebecca, who was like, you guys you're in the same tribe. She's our tribe. And from the moment that I met you, it was a profound connection.
Oh,
and
same here. Thank you.
So, I mean, the hug is universal and it's so powerful on so many levels. And the book flowed out of me. Like the book, it's kind of, we're editing it and we want to make it really accessible, and it's going to be translated into, all kinds of languages and be all over the world. And it's like, it's short. It's probably going to be like 75 pages or so.
That's good. I like that because I don't think people read long books. We're used to tweeting.
So I don't know exactly where to go next. I mean, one of the biggest, most powerful takeaways in the book is radical transparency.
Right.
And, I can talk more about that. I want to be aware of the time, so maybe that's just a teaser for right now. What I would say about radical transparency is it's the space of a hug. When you keep something from someone and they don't know it, I call that the anti-hug.
Well,
you're actually
yes.
creating distance
Right.
from the people that you love. And so being radically transparent, even though it might be hard to hear, that is truth in love.
Well, and hard to do. And the thing is that but it takes courage, but it can take a relationship up to a whole other level. Because it's like, hey, I need you to know this about me. I need you, I need to know what I'm feeling and what I'm thinking. And then it's like, wow, okay, now we understand each other in a much better way. So the relationship just goes up to that next level. That's what you want, right?
Exactly. And for your listeners, like, Mish and I aren't like super close right now. We're probably about 2 feet apart. But let's say that Stone had really bad breath right now, and it was bothering Mish. Radical transparency would be you telling me that, so then I can do something about it, and it's not bothering you during this interview. Because if you sat through this whole interview going, oh my God, you wouldn't be focused on what we're here to do. And so when you would say to me, Stone, you got to do something about your breath,
Here's a breath minute.
I would hear that as a hug. That would be a hug.
Very cool. I get it.
A tough love hug.
A tough love breath hug. Try to say that 100 times fast. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we are going to take a break because when we come back, we have to talk about smiles.
Oh, my goodness.
We've done hugs, right? We did the hug thing.
Yes.
Now we got to be all about the smile thing.
I couldn't be more excited.
We'll marry him.
I couldn't, we'll marry them. Exactly, sweetie. So I couldn't be more excited because I have a profound new level of appreciation for the smile and the power of the smile.
Yeah.
That it's amazing. And Matt is like,
it's one of my favorite
he's a visionary.
things.
He's literally like a visionary. And so I'm excited for you guys to really even get to know each other better, and your listeners. It's crazy what's going on right now.
So we'll take a quick break, and we will be back with Visionary Smiling.
Thank you.
Yay!
Wow. Wow. Oh, but we're still live.
Okay, I smile all the time, but and I think it's just, and it's funny because my daughter, she smiles all the time too, and that's one of the things that teachers always say to me. They're always like, your daughter is she's always smiling and happy. I'm like, we're pretty happy people, but I smile at people all the time. Like, you're walking down the street, I will never be one of those people like, I can't look at you. I'm going to pretend like there's not another person that I'm passing around. I'm always like, hey, it's like, we're all human beings. We can all talk. We don't have to like not talk. Don't you hate being on elevators when people don't talk? It drives me crazy. I have to say something.
Yeah. And even if you smile, that's like a hug. You talk. I want to start with the statistic on smiling. Do you know how many times?
No, don't say it.
Okay.
We're gonna because I know we're Facebook Live, but we went on the podcast
I know.
too.
Yeah. We'll
All right,
go
we're
live
starting
on this.
out with okay.
Just ask me about some stats on smiling.
All right.
That's a.
I will.
a
Stats
great
on
launching
smile.
off
Smile
point.
stats, please.
Yeah.
Give her. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. All right. Are you ready, Sam?
I don't know if he could hear you.
Can he not hear? Oh, he's working on something.
Hi.
Huh?
Sorry.
Just
I was-
whenever you're ready.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you were zoned.
Give me like another 30 seconds.
I will give you 30 seconds. Should I come back in with a different voice? Hi, this is Miss Hancock. Today with your smile stats.
I'll play along with that.
I always want to
This is so much fun.
have
Come on,
different
come on. Wait, we have 30
radio
seconds.
voices.
We have just enough time for a
hug.
21-second hug.
Let's create
And
like
this
the
will...
Howard Stern show of like smiles and positivity and hugs.
It's like the exact opposite of the Howard Stern.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, but we can get sexual because there's a sexual thing to what we do, which is amazing. Oh my God, this is Facebook Live.
Wait, did you just say that when I'm hugging Stone?
Yeah,
That's
but I know there is. Look what's happening, people.
Stick to your stats, man.
The power of smiles and hugs, it's attractive, and you can't
It is
deny that
attractive.
attraction. Look at how beautiful this is. I'm not saying
We
there's
are
anything
beautiful.
sexual
This hug
going
will
on.
leave you with
Yeah, it's
lightness
beautiful.
and joy and a profound sense of who Mish is in the world, what she's creating, and who she is. And I want you to know
This is amazing.
that everything that we've created together up to this point and everything we're creating going forward, I love you and you are awesome.
Oh, I love you too. That was fun. Until Matt started talking. No, okay. Oh, sorry, I go to humor all the
No,
time.
it's beautiful. I'm right now.
It's my thing.
I am grinning ear to ear. This is absolutely.
You got
beautiful.
Smile
You
Man
got big
grinning
smile.
ear to ear.
You're on
Oh, my
you're
goodness.
on the big. Well,
Oh.
that's why he has a big smile, right?
Well, there's a big story behind.
Big
why
story behind the big smile.
There is.
Smiles and stats, big stories, big
Big
smiles.
stories, big smiles, big visions, big
I
everything.
All right,
Ready?
Sam looks ready.
Let's do it.
And we are back with Mishmash. Okay, so we got to hear the man behind the hug, right? Now we're going to talk to our Chief Smile Officer,
Okay.
Matt Goodman. Can you please give us the stats on smiles today, Matt?
Yes, I will, Mitch. I would love to give the stats on smiles. Okay, seriously, folks. So, I've been a pseudo researcher of smiles since I began this wild, crazy journey 4 years ago. And I'm going to ask you a question, Mish. And,
Okay.
And anyone listening right now, how many times do you think the average child smiles a day?
Oh, man.
Throw out a number.
I'm going to say 100.
100. Up. Go
Up?
Higher. Higher.
273.
Higher.
Really?
Yeah.
518.
It's around 400. A little over 400.
Really?
Yeah, they've done the studies. Now I'm going to ask.
I want to know what person did that study. That
Google
seems.
it. Go Google it. Anyone
But no,
listening,
but
go
can you
Google it.
imagine being the person doing the studying?
Yeah.
He smiled. Did I miss one?
That was a big smile. Does that count for two?
It
Here's just a
stressed
little
me out.
tickle of the...
I don't know how to do that. Yeah, you're right. Well,
Well, seriously, did they watch them for 24 hours? Like when they're in bed? Are they?
I don't know.
You know how little kids smile sometimes when they're sleeping?
Yeah.
But I always have a million questions
Or
about
they
everything.
put like little magnets on their like.
Or they had
like mouth.
sensors.
Sensors, yeah. That's
Like
yeah.
smile sensors.
Yeah, maybe that's how they did it.
That would work. That would be a lot easier than hashtagging how many times they smile. So mine's just too basic.
All right, can I get to the second stat?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we know smiles for children, 400.
Yes.
Now I'm going to ask you the same question, but for adults, like you.
Adults. Oh, it's
Average adult. You're not the average adult.
Yeah, I was
trust
gonna
me.
say it's gonna be sad because adults probably don't smile as much.
They don't.
Because
And
they
you're
lose their
you're
smile a
definitely-
little
yeah,
bit.
Yeah, so don't think of yourself. Think of like
Oh.
the average grumpy, like American.
The average
wakes
grumpy.
Up at 7 a.m. and goes to work and is just miserable. Think of that guy.
Sorry, grumpy guy. You probably only smile like 50 times a day.
Less.
Less.
It's 20. The average
Oh.
adult only smiles 20.
That makes me sad.
So think about that. Just think about that.
Yeah,
Do the
that
math.
makes me really sad.
So a child over 400, an adult 20.
It's because they have to start paying bills.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot.
No, but-
There's a lot of reasons. So the reason I always start with that stat, and when talking about smiles, is that I see children as being just the symbols and the models for how to. Oh my God!
Your phone just went
my
off.
phone is like, so
Your
I
phone's
see
talking to you.
Yeah, I know. Me, I'm talking to myself. So children are who we should aspire to be. They're playful imaginations. They're endless curiosity. They have endless energy. They just wake up and see the world with wonder. And at some point, we lose that as an adult, and we now have a stat that proves it. So my hypothesis is that if adults started to smile as much as children, all of the problems that plague our world, we could solve them because we'd use that childlike imagination. We'd use that endless curiosity and wonder to tackle the biggest issues that we face. So my mission is to simply get adults to recognize that, one, they need to smile more, two, that they need to be conscious of it, and then three, to start imagining a better world. And I've sort of used my platform Smileocracy to do that.
Well, and don't you think part of it too is because when people ask me about, all the various parts of the Mish world, doing the social media with 100th Monkey Media and doing the podcast and doing TEDx, and I always describe it, I'm like, well, the world is my playground.
Yeah.
I have this playground and I have all these different things that I'm doing, and so maybe it's having that thought, that here I am in the world. It's like this big playground. I get to do all these cool things. You have to make it happen, but then you're kind of, and I can I tell you this story because it's hilarious.
No, it's beautiful.
All right, so I'm an adult. I'm an adult, right? I'm married. I've got a house. Okay, and this was quite a few years ago. But I'm cleaning. It's like Saturday. I'm cleaning day, and I had on a pair of polka dot leggings and a big old shirt. And I go out to the. I lived at the time in the city, so I'm taking stuff out to the dumpster out back, and this little girl who's across the alley from me, she comes up. She comes up to the fence. She's like, "Hi." I'm like, "Hey," and and she's like, "Do you want to come over and play?" And I was like, "Oh gosh, thank you. I would love to." And I was like, "But I kind of have a lot to do today." And she's like, "Where do you live?" And I said, "Well, I live in that house right there." And she goes, "Who do you live with?" I said, "Well, I live with my husband." And she went, "You've got a husband?" Well, I got it at that point. She thought I was her age.
Wow.
That she didn't see the adult. She saw whatever energy I had around me, and she saw a kid her, and she could not put it together on why in the world this kid was married and living in a house with a husband. You know what I mean? But I just thought, to me, I looked at that like,
that is a beautiful,
that was one of my favorite stories. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. This little kid thought. But it's been there, and my brother Matt has that same energy. My brother Matt, like kids that are way younger, will think that he's a kid. Like they treat him like he's one of them because we must have like some kind of kid energy going on.
So Mish, I imagine you though, like I picture you with the polka dots, and I literally see you over at the house. And you're like playing dolls or like playing like, what
She showed me
you're like
cool,
literally
she's like,
there.
Look at my cool new swing set. I'm like, ooh, that thing's
Right.
rocking right there, you know.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, it's amazing. And I come from a family of doctors and scientists. One of my cousins is a rocket scientist at NASA. And here I am, this crazy entrepreneur who's going around spreading
Smiles.
Smile. But there is like some science and even at the forefront of science that's studying consciousness and energy. There are phenomenon that occurs when you radiate this positive energy, and if you're intuitive and empathic and in touch with your emotion, you can have these interesting exchanges like the one you just described with that child. It just like take your breath away. And since having this idea, I've had thousands of those interactions. And each one is more glorious and just more amazing than the next. And I don't have a recipe except to do it. and
just smile.
Just
Hugs
smile.
and smiles.
Just try it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Not gonna hurt you.
That's it.
It's and really smiling at everybody you see. There's some that's I mean, because I have the thing like I don't know any strangers. My thing is I feel like saying to people, we're kind of related.
That's a whole nother
and you'd be exactly right.
We're in the same family and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if your listener is very spiritually based, but I believe that all these people in this room are my soul family members. That our lifetimes have intersected with each other. Who knows how many times?
Yeah.
And
we know each other.
We know each other. Yeah. And
now
we're uniting. We're reuniting, and we're gonna all make the world a better place because we're finally back together.
Which is a good thing. We need the world to be a better place.
Exactly.
Right. Not only do we know each other, consider that we're actually the same. Like any distance that we create, we're creating. That literally we are the same. And the distance, physics would tell us that there's not any space between us.
Exactly.
We're literally in the same space. And so anyway, I could go on and on about that. But that's another story.
Awesome.
But it's true. But it is true. It is true.
And
it's
even everyone listening to this right now is also in the same space.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Like
Love
literally.
you. And you're in our hug right now. You're
Right,
in our hug.
right. And
You're
we're
in
sending you a
our
virtual hug.
Like, what do you call that? We can have like
with lightness
our
and
hug posse.
joy. Yeah, our hug mob.
And if
Sure.
you're not feeling us right now, that's okay too. We still love you.
Yeah.
Even you're going,
Yeah,
oh
exactly.
my word, what a bunch
Exactly.
of weirdos.
It's,
Exactly. And you know what? Hey, we're gonna get that. And,
Exactly.
yeah.
And we've gotten that. Do you want to tell that story?
We're taking weirdo back. I don't even know which story you're referring to.
Well, the fact that you
see the-
dropped down.
It's okay.
So let me give some backstory to why the hug and the smile are here.
Okay.
Do you want to know, Mish?
Well, let's tell our listeners why.
Why? How did we unite, honey?
Okay, so my dear, it really is magical in all seriousness.
And also very
Essentially, we were set up by Merferd, so Phil Berwick, the man behind Merferd, who is a magical tree tune character that most people are familiar with in the area, who's part of like the peace movement since Ferguson, Paint for Peace. So Merferd set us up, as well as the tiny superheroes, Robin Rosenberger. So we were set up, and when we met at Caldy's at like 7:33 a.m., I believe, about that time, when I first saw Matt, we looked at each other, we had had a smile, and we had a hug for about 33 seconds before we ever spoke a word. And I fell in love with him and Smilocracy immediately, I think.
It goes
during
back
that hug, I don't know exactly when, and we've been, connected ever since. I didn't realize I was alone. Like, I felt like I was on fire and things were moving powerfully forward. And then I realized that until I met Matt and the smile and the hug were united, that I'd been like functioning like without my like right arm.
So it just took everything up to the next level.
Yeah, supercharged, I think would be a word.
Supercharged. That's a good word.
Yeah.
That's a good word.
And yeah, I mean, I'm overwhelmed a little bit as I talk about this because my heart is so full.
Yeah, no, it's been magical. I've personally been on my journey. It's been a very solitary journey, like preaching the smile. I've felt like a heretic, going around giving stickers to people and being like, you should smile more, and and I met this kindred spirit who has the exact same passion, the exact same energy with the hug, and when we met, we've joined forces, and now we're doing radio shows together.
Woohoo!
So Mish, thank you for giving us a platform.
Well, thank you guys.
It's awesome.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to say hooray for hugs and smiles, and we will be right back. Hooray for hugs and smiles.
OMG.
Now it is.
That's Matt's nickname, by the way.
It's why?
Well, Matt Goodman.
Oh, God.
So, OMG.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Matt
start
Goodman.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Good.
Exactly.
I like
I'm
that.
gonna have a blog where I just go around and get people to say, "Oh, Mac, good man."
OMG.
Yeah.
So,
I thought about for my business card, because I'm in social media. I seriously thought it would be funny if have people have their name and then they've got the 3 whatever, like PhD, whatever it is behind. I thought it'd be funny if I was like Mish Hancock, LOL, OMG. But I don't know. Sometimes I have to be businessy professionally on that stuff. Okay, it's gonna be question time next. You guys ready? These are easy. You guys are easy questions, because I was like, what? We're just going to talk about hugs and smiles. I can't get too technical crazy.
This is great. No, it's.
I was thinking about, I didn't tell them about the proposal, but the Facebook livers out there can know that after meeting, I guess probably within about 48 hours, I literally dropped down on one knee and proposed to Smilocracy, and they accepted, although there's more story to tell there. And it's been an amazing union. And that same day, and it's more background and stuff, the Ellen DeGeneres show reached out. So it was like, not only did I get engaged, I talked to the Ellen DeGeneres show that day about potentially going on with the hugging movement.
Yeah.
And we mentioned to them about the smile. So everybody watching or listening to this right now, I guess mostly watching because we're on live. Well, that's our big plan. Is you heard it here? We want to get married on the Ellen DeGeneres show,
Smile.
And we're passionate about that because of what it'll do for the world. So, we're passionate about world peace, and we believe the hug and the smile are the delivery system for that. And one way to do that,
a delivery system for world peace.
One way to do that would be for the Ellen DeGeneres show, and I'm also really, passionate about Ellen DeGeneres going on a 21-day hugging journey, because she is the space of a hug. I mean, she's like Mish in so many ways, like her vibration, her energy, so
tell people tell them it's Dr. K today, right?
So the website is www.doctor spelled out DOCTOR the letter K today.com.
There's journeys on there now. There's your journey, Gary's journey, and Brian's journey, and we're going to add more journeys as we move forward.
Yeah. Exactly. And then on Facebook,
I'm gonna go on the journey myself.
Yeah, Smilocracy is going on the 21-day hugging journey. And also, on Facebook, if you want to see how we reached out to Ellen DeGeneres, you can go to Dr. Stone and then the letter K, and that's the Facebook page, and you can see there pinned to the top the video of me reaching out to Ellen to, kind of have me in to learn more about 21-second hugs. And we have about 21,000 views so far.
It was created by Moses, our friend.
Yes, Moses Yuko created it, and he is brilliant. I'm meeting with him this afternoon. He's working on some other stuff with the 21-day hugging journey, and also, just so people know out there, I love to be on Facebook Live, so the people watching right now, like the hardcore fans of Mish, the people out there, like I know, I can feel your vibrations on Facebook Live, and I want you guys to know that I'm losing my train of thought now. There's another piece to this. Ellen DeGeneres, what was the other thing? I don't know. I'm over. Yeah. When it comes down to it, hug and smile.
It's that simple. Hug, smile.
All these plans, all these big dreams we have.
Yes.
Of saving
It'll
the world.
unfold.
But
it will happen if we just hug and smile.
It will. And though, know this: that Smilocracy and Dr. K, the hug and the smile, are both founding members of the Hugging Consortium, which is new in the past couple weeks, out of Los Angeles.
You're right. You will go on.
But I mean, I'm so excited about it because
there's a lot going on. Yes.
the Hugging Consortium is like a really powerful group of people that all have there's like a hugging mob squad. Like when I found out about the Hugging Consortium and that they wanted me to be the Goodwill ambassador, I was dumbfounded, and I said, "Wow." Like 10 times in a row, and I was like, should I call my parents? Like, I was literally like in a state of shock. That's how powerful this is.
Did you look up Amma?
I
The
know,
hugging
I know.
saint?
Yeah, no, I know Amma.
And then
I
did
mean,
you
but I haven't contacted her or reached out to her.
have
She's
you ever heard of
amazing.
Leo Buscaglia? That was the other
Yes,
one. Yeah,
yes,
right?
yes.
I didn't think I haven't thought of him in such a long time, and the other day I was thinking about him like, "Oh my gosh, Leo Buscaglia. He was an awesome dude." Are we
Yes.
ready? Are you waiting for us? Are we ready? Okay, here we gotta get because what time is it?
Really great pasta. I'm just thinking that.
What does?
What did you say?
Buscaglia sounds like a really
Oh,
It does
yeah.
sound like pasta.
It's getting to lunchtime, clearly.
I know.
I'm down.
It does
We
well,
started a
yeah.
pasta company too.
Yeah.
With smiles.
With
I
smiles,
think
yeah.
somebody did that. I think you can get SpaghettiOs with smiles.
So. All right, ready?
I like Buscaglia though.
And we are back with Hugs and Smiles on Mishmash. Thank you all for listening. So it's question time.
Ooh.
And I made these so open-ended because I just know how you two are. So I didn't want to get too. But anyway, let's just see what we can find out. All right. I love movies. I love movies. So do any movies come to mind where you think that movie is so huggy or that movie is so smiley? Which is exactly how you would describe them. Like, are there movies that have lots of hugs and smiles going on? Because if not, I think you better make one.
I mean, I have some thoughts. Do you want to go first, though, honey?
Well, I mean, the first thought that comes to my mind is every Disney movie. You know, it's for me. I see the smile and the childlike wonder and imagination, and I draw from that when I'm creating smiles. It's my inspiration. So you know, it started with all the classics, Pinocchio and Cinderella. You know, I ate those up, and then Pixar took it to a whole.
Oh my gosh,
whole
it's
nother
just
level.
amazing, isn't
and
it?
it is just it inspired me to just try to replicate any of those feelings in anything I do. Their storytelling is out of this world.
I know Pixar movies. What is the one Up? Within the first 10 minutes, you're already
yeah,
crying
yeah.
because it's just so touching.
Yeah.
They really know how to. It's amazing how they can tell a story.
Yeah, and those are tears of happiness.
Yeah.
I'm like literally smiling through the tears, and I honestly think those are the best smiles and the best hugs is when you're like literally triggering those emotions that are just so overwhelming you cry. So you know,
Disney's gotcha.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Do you
And
have any
it's a good
thoughts?
segue. Yeah, so the movie that I'm thinking about is Good Will Hunting. And I'm thinking
Oh.
about Robin Williams. First of all, as someone who, you know, throughout from Mork and Mindy and just has made the world smile, I would say. And with Good Will Hunting, it was like that scene where, you know, as a psychologist, you know, it's interesting, the intersection of being a therapist and being a coach and
Right.
that balance. The scene basically where Robin Williams and Matt Damon are, you know, basically Robin Williams is getting closer and closer to Matt Damon, and Matt Damon is pushing him away because Robin Williams is this father figure that is like, you know, loving him and
Right.
supporting him, but Matt Damon has had this horrible childhood and abusive, and Robin Williams is like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And he just keeps coming closer and closer until he's able to give Matt Damon a hug, and Matt Damon's character is able to like relax into it and have the healing and the nurturing that goes with it and really bond and connect in this safe and beautiful space. I mean, you know, it's so powerful. I've used that concept so much in therapy. I mean, it's as valuable as anything I learned getting my doctorate, you know, in clinical
Wow.
psychology. Like it's just so.
This
That is
totally makes
that
me
might be
this
the best Hollywood
this
hug.
totally
Yeah.
makes me want to watch that movie again.
Yeah, it's brilliant. I mean, you know, I think Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, you know, they were passionate about that
Right.
movie. They made it from their hearts. They put everything they had into it, and you know, I think it's a beautiful movie. And there's so many ways to kind of look at that. I mean, I guess I would want your listeners to know. I really want to speak to them for a minute. you know, we're these meaning-making machines, and we tend to blame ourselves for tons of stuff. So I want everyone listening to this to really let me get a little Robin Williams on you. It's not.
About what's your favorite movie?
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. And really hear this and know that you're perfect, whole, and complete, and go through the rest of your day in the space of a smile and a hug, and play and feel that Mish energy, and really like live for today. Live for today, because it really isn't your fault. And living in the past, I don't care what happened. You're perfect, whole, and complete in this moment.
Hug it out.
Well, and you get to make a choice. You get to make a choice to be like, I'm not that. I'm not going to do that anymore. You know?
100%. And whatever happened, you know, it happened within a context, and it may have been a mistake, and you may regret it. You're never going to change it. And beating yourself up about the past is killing the present moment.
Yeah, right.
So give yourself a hug.
Hugs and smiles.
I mean,
That's
self-hugs are a thing in the book. I mean, they're really a thing. Whether it's going running for a mile this morning because you want to take care of your physical health, whether it's calling your mom, whatever it is. And it's hearing, though, you know, that it's not your fault. Yeah. Loving yourself is where it all comes from. And when you're doing that, smiles emanate from you naturally. And I feel surrounded right now by the beautiful smiling and hugging energy. It's powerful.
Well, you hit on a big thing, loving yourself. And I think smiling at people and hugging people is sort of a validation that you do love yourself. That you can put yourself out there to give to other people is amazing. And yeah, I love this. And we're going to sound like broken records probably for the rest of our lives. But
just smile. Just hug. Just smile. All right, so I want to talk about a famous smile. The Mona Lisa smile. That's a famous smile.
It's a very famous. Is she smiling?
Yeah, well, that's why. What are your thoughts on the Mona Lisa smile? Well, and who should Mona Lisa hug? Let's have a Mona Lisa hug picture.
We should.
Well, I'll answer that a little bit, because that looks like OMG's thinking about it. I mean, what I would say is that the Mona Lisa hugs everyone that sees her, because her smile is so distinct and magical. It's so much a self-expression that everyone that experiences the Mona Lisa is left feeling a hug. It's kind of a creative energy.
Matt?
Her smile, like all smiles, but her smile is magical. And whether she was conscious of that pose, or Leonardo da Vinci simply noticed something that no one else did, I believe that smile, when you look at it, is the reason why that portrait has such power. And most people are unconscious of it. They're like, oh, that's just a beautiful painting. It's Leonardo da Vinci. Of course it's amazing. Well, why on earth is it that painting that we all just talk about and worship? It's the smile.
Smile. It's
that smile. And this has to go into a whole nother subject of the mystery of goddesses and sacred energy and all sorts of other stuff. But Mona Lisa was in touch with some amazing stuff, and it all emanated from her smile, and Leonardo da Vinci captured it brilliantly, and we are all now blessed to get a piece of it.
Good answers. Okay, this last one, you guys get one word each. Ready? Hug plus smile equals.
I'll go first.
Go.
Love-ruption.
Love-ruption.
An eruption of love. Feel it, people. Feel it.
Do you feel it? Did I stump you, Stone?
No, I mean, I think that his answer is perfect, whole, and complete. I would simply say magic.
Yeah, magic is perfect. I love it. I love the magic. It's good. And it's appreciated.
And magic is what this world what it will take for us to work together to create a world that works for everyone.
But we get to make that magic.
Yeah, and
we have it.
We are.
We can do it.
We are. And everyone listening right now to the vibration coming out of the mishmash is moving powerfully forward on that path. I believe that with all my heart.
I so agree. And I have wonderful people out there. Thank you guys for all being out there. So thank you guys for being here. Thanks for sharing hugs and smiles with everybody. And like I said, you can't go wrong with that, right?
No, not at all.
So we'll catch up with you guys again at some point, because I know there's like a million things happening around all of this. I've been privy to it, yay me. But we will get to all that at some other point. So thank you so much for being here, Dr. K.
Oh,
thank you for
my
being
pleasure,
here, Matt.
Mish. Thank you for having us.
For hosting and creating this wonderful, beautiful space.
Awesomeness.
Yeah, keep up the good work.
I shall, and I will hug and smile. I will continue to hug and smile. That's what I do in this world. So if you want more hugs and smiles, everyone, please go to iTunes and subscribe to Mishmash, and we will catch you next time. Thank you.
And look for her going on a 21-day hugging journey.
Yes,
potentially.
I
That's
probably
in the
most
works.
certainly will.
And so we love you,
21-second
Mish.
hugs, here I come.
We love you, Mish.
Thank you. I love you guys too. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Can we get a group hug? Can we group hug, group smile?
Oh yeah, well we'll do it on live. We'll do it on live Facebook after this. All right, live. Come on, come hug me.
Oh, yes.
Come hug.
Ask for permission.
Come hug.
Sam, you can come in if you're able to step away.
We want the engineer to come on in.
Come on, a group hug with Samantha.
Over the counter. Oh man, beautiful. Look what I did.
The phone like dropped,
did
so
we?
it's like
Oh.
it's
Sorry.
like.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. Oh my
All right,
goodness.
thanks, Facebook. Catch you soon.